Good afternoon, Live Golf Academy members, and welcome back to another episode. We're going to talk to you about how you can become a better putter. Today's episode is brought to you by Charles Jameston, who put this comment down in the section below, and he wanted some assistance for his putting, so this one's for him, and also hopefully you can get some out of it. If you have any ideas, let me know below. We'll get going. A good putter will have a combination of good distance control and good directional control, but for the amateurs, it is all about distance control. If you don't have that distance control, it'll be like a one-man tennis match. You're going to go back and forth, and it's just a long day, very aggravating day, and it erases all your good shots to get you there. Nothing's worse than that than 3-putting or 4-putting. If you do me a favor before we go into this, hit that like and subscribe. It really helps promote the channel and grow the channel. And like I said in my previous video, we are donating everything we make from this channel to the Hilderhood Foundation to get children into golf. So by supporting us, you're helping start more kids in the game. So let's talk about distance and direction. The most important thing from 5 feet and in is your direction. From 5 feet and out is your distance control. Let's take a look at what the PGA Tour averages and what you average. So as you can see here, the PGA Tour players, which are the best in the world, still 3-putt. And no, they don't make every single putt. As you can see, they only make 99% of the putts from 2 feet and in, and that dramatically drops down from every feet they go out. From 5 feet and in, they're only making 77% of the putts. From 10 feet and in, they're making 40% of the putts. From 15, it drops down to 23. From 20, goes down to 15%. Having said that, the average golfer has their first putt average from 20 feet. So if the best in the world are only making 15% in one putt, what are you going to make it in? I'm sure this looks all too familiar. You're watching your favorite golfer and you just see them knocking in their 60-foot putts like it's easy. But trust me, it's not that easy. All they're focusing on is correct distance control and hopefully picking the right line with the help of their caddy and their experience. What you should learn from this is how they have perfect distance control is through practice. And they use different drills. So one of the big drills I want you to try and do when you get home, put a circle around a hole and hit 10 golf balls and try and get as many as you can in the circle. And this will help you get close enough to increase your odds for your second putt. Next, we're going to talk about face angle and path. Your path doesn't matter, but your face angle really matters in putting. Now, naturally, when we start talking about path and face angle makes a big difference the closer you get. And we're looking at a couple of these golfers that are pretty good, still missing 1-2 foot putts. And you ask yourself why. It's not necessarily their motion. It could be their alignment, but most of the time it is a face angle issue. So if you notice they're missing pretty well to the right or the left, and it's just enough because their face angle is slightly open or closed to their target. It's not necessarily about your path. Path only makes up 5% of your dispersion in putting, where it can make up to 45 to 50% sometimes in your full swing. Putting is preferential versus principle bound. Now, to get a better understanding, I'm going to hit 4 or 5 putts here. The first putt I'm going to make is with a straight back, straight through motion. Club face is pretty square, and it stays on that arrow. Second putt, I'm going to take an extreme outside to in position and watch the golf ball. It comes off fairly straight, just a little bit of a tug left. And the third motion, it's severely inside to out. And you'll see that path pushes it a little bit to the right, but not as much as when I start opening and closing my club face. As you can see here, the club face is completely closed. However, my path is straight back and straight through. In that dispersion, you can see how that golf ball kicks off to the left, and the same thing with the right side. When the club face is wide open, straight back and straight through, path doesn't matter. It's all about club face. So where does that leave you, the golfer, with what to do with your body? Do I use my wrists? Do I use my shoulders? Combination of both. It really comes down to the green speed and your comfort. Now remember, putting is not so principle bound, it's preferential bound. We see different types of grips, we see different types of stances, different type of paths, but as long as that club face is square at impact, more often, that's what I suggest you do. Distance control is all about feel. And remember, it's about getting that 20-foot putt to be closer to your target. So those drills I recommended with the circle, that'll really help you out. Start with 10 golf balls, put a 3-foot circle around a hole, and try and get as many golf balls in that hole, and don't worry about making them. They'll start to go in more often. As long as you are leaving your second putt in a percentage that favors you, that is the goal. And the closer you get your first putt will increase your make range percentage for your second putt. We're not trying to make every putt, we're trying to increase our second putt percentages. And my next video is going to be on how to practice this at the driving range, and then how to take it into the golf course play and implement it, because that is the biggest challenge. But remember, putting is a game of art form and craft and feel. And without feel, I don't care who you are, they're not going near the hole. Thank you again for watching. If you do like this, hit that like and subscribe. If you would like to see any golf swing tips or suggestions that I'm not doing, let me know in the comments below, and I appreciate your support. Fairways and green.